Love nobody. Blessings. He saved the day. Blessings, blessings, blessings. It's Saturday. We're coming on to talk about safety. Gotta get hype. He saved the day. Hey, Kirk Franklin, Love Theory. Sometimes you got to go back, you know. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Like you. Sometimes you got to change the words. Like you. Love nobody like you. I don't want to love nobody like you. I don't want to love nobody like you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Getting hyped this morning on Saturday. It is time to talk protected peace. It is Saturday Safety Live. I am your safety educator. I want to be your safety lady. You got a purse lady, you got a nail lady, you got an eyebrow lady, you got your feet lady, you got your clutch lady, you got your cousin in them. Tab wants to be your safety lady, your protection lady, where you come and we can talk about safety. It's Safety Saturday for Protected Peace. Get in the room if you can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like my mic is on. If you can hear me, if you can see me, come on in the room. Let me know. Say hi. Excited about today. Protected peace. Guess what, y'all? I got my first sales. I am super excited that you have decided to come along this season's journey with me. And my God, a lot of things that I do is simply out of obedience unto God. You know what I'm saying? Preach for just a half a second while we get some people in the room. Come on in while the stream is going out and lets everybody know, hey, it's Safety Saturday and Tabs on live. Come on in the room. So I'm what was I saying? Preach a bit, just a bit, just a bit. You know, it's part of my nature. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Tab. People call me Prophetess Tab. People call me Watchman Tab. And a lot of things I do is out of obedience. My life is centered, focused, mandated, assigned around prayer, period, point blank. But this right here, protect your peace, I enjoy this. I enjoy learning about how to keep people that I love safe, how to keep myself safe. I want to make sure that's mic check 1, 2. Make sure learning about different tools that are non-lethal, that are legal. You know what I'm saying? To keep us safe out here in these good end time streets. I don't know if they're good, but in these end time streets, but they're good because God is with us. So come on in the room. Come on in the room. Today, we are going to talk about striking tools, specifically the socket slim. And then there also is a pin striking tool we're going to talk about today. We're going to get into this. So the socket slim, it is a force multiplier. It has an ergonomic grip, keychain, adaptable. So the goal of these tools, it isn't to be aggressive. It's about preparedness, awareness, and creating an opportunity to escape if needed. So I thought about this because it's Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And all of those who have mothers, make sure you celebrate them because they are definitely a gift of God in whatever form they come in. We're not going to get into that. And if you have lost your mother, I am praying for you on this weekend that the comforter of the Holy Spirit will come and give you a big mama hug. How about that? But let's talk about these striking tools. I thought about this because I thought about Mother's Day, right? And I'm like, everybody, last week we talked about pepper spray, right? Pepper spray, not mace, pepper spray, right? We talked about pepper spray and we talked about how to use it correctly, right? But I'm thinking about my mom, right? And I'm like, my mom is, from that generation where, they believed in peaceful protests, they didn't believe in using things that could hurt or harm somebody, even if somebody was trying to hurt and harm them. So I thought about my mom. Was like, my mom wouldn't carry no pepper spray, and then, she might have a hard time maneuvering it. Like, she probably wouldn't carry a taser. But these tools that we're going to talk about today is something that I feel like my mom would carry. And maybe you have someone in an older generation, they would carry these too. So this is a striking tool. Isn't it so pretty? They have them in so different colors and patterns, and I'll show them to you. But this is the first tool that I actually purchased when I came in contact with Damsel in Defense at their protection table that I had at one of my events in Leavenworth, Kansas. And I so like this tool. I brought everybody that was at the table one of these. So they're affordable, and it is a striking tool, and it's meant for close contact, right? But it's not least lethal, right? It's to amplify force in close contact situations. So it creates a chance to protect yourself and to get to safety. So this is the striking tool. Let me show you the different patterns that they have them in. So pretty. So this is the one that I have, the Aurora, I hope I'm saying that right, Chrome Socket Slim Striking Tool. They also have them in solid colors. They have sable, nude, chambray, that good silver. I like that. What else? They have them in berry, navy, and sage, new striking shades. So you have to go on my store, and when you go on my store, you'll see the difference in what we have and the colors in which we have. This is something that I also enjoy because they have them in different sizes, right? So they have the mini. So if this size is too big for you, maybe you have small hands, you're a more petite frame, and this is like, oh, this is too much, So it's the same powerful socket slim protection, but it's compact, light, and discreet. It's perfect for everyday carry. And you can see the difference between the regular up there at the top and the mini, right? And so again, the goal of these tools, it isn't aggression, it's to be prepared, aware, and create an opportunity to escape if needed. So these tools are leveling the playing field, right? When we're out here in these end time streets, or out here, about our daily lives. This is a tool that is good for someone who doesn't want to operate in maze or tasers, but to have some type of protection tool, and it is used in close contact. So something that I also like about Protect Your Peace, Damsel in Defense, is that they have tactical pins as well that can be used as a striking tool. So if you look here, if you strike at a certain point, the striker point, then it is a DNA collector, right? So if you have if you're protecting yourself against your attacker, right, and you hit them with that point, it will snatch some of their DNA. So when you make a police report or whatever, you'll have that. It also multi-functions as a glass breaker. So if you're in your vehicle, you have an accident, you need to get out, or you've been kidnapped, hopefully not, and you need to get out, you can break the glass with this pin as well. It's also functional. It's a fully functioning pin, and you can clip it to attach it to your shirt, your purse, or your portfolio. So again, it has an ergonomic grip, so it's a little bit different than the socket. So the socket is rigid. It has like a rigid grip, but this one is I like a pen, simply like a pen. It has ergonomic grip, diamond tip glass breaker. Again, all of these things. That's why I love it. Is they are discreet, they are compact, and these striking tools are a force multiplier. So yeah, we can punch somebody, we can hit somebody, but wow, what about force multiplying? So when we're talking about any of our products, we want to make sure that we are using them responsibly, we're using them correct. So let's take a look here at the striking point locations. So you we want to be responsible even in our force. So none of our tools are lethal, but depending upon how you use them, they can be lethal. So if you look here, the ones that are in pink are high striking point locations. Then the ones in the darker blue are immediate, and then the lighter blue is low, right? So if someone grabs you, by your around you, you can go for like their arm, right? Their arm is a intermediate or low, striking point, right? But if it is a dire situation, they are higher striking points like the skull and the back of the neck. But you want to ensure that the force that you use justifies the situation. Okay. So the way we're responsible with our striking point locations is that the force that we use justifies the location. All right. So this is the striking point locations, you know. So let's look at some intermediate. The hamstring, if someone grabs you, you can go for their arm. Let's do it like this. Someone grabs you, right? You can go for their arm, right? You can go for their hamstring. You can go, if you can bend down, you can go for their calf, their armpit, the rib, they might grab you like this. You're like this. You can go behind you for their rib, right? You can even get into the groin area, or the knee, So those are some striking point locations. So, what tools are good by themselves, of course. We're talking about our striking tool today, which also comes in pen, but layered protection is the best. Like when you go on my store page, as we talked about the mace, right? When you layer your protection, so if someone takes this away from you, you still have something else to protect yourself. And then all of our protection tools are going to have keychain options, right? Keychain, you can put it on your keys, you can put it on your belt, you can put it on your purse latches, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But you want to make sure that your protection tools are accessible. Like, what good is a protection tool that's laying at the bottom of your purse? Like, if someone comes up to you, you don't want to be scrambling. You want to have easy accessibility, right? So it's good to layer. So we talked about the pepper spray, right? And now our striking tool. And in this particular graphic, there is the stunner, right? That might be a little bit too bulky for some, but one to two to three options, I think, are good when you're layering your protection. Because if one gets taken, or you don't have a lot of time to like unclip your pepper spray and spray it, you can go for your striking tool, right? So we have something that's called the Breakaway Baby, and it comes in many colors, right? It comes in different colors, and it comes in different patterns, right? And let me show you about the breakaway baby, right? I have one right here, right? So you can connect your safety protection tools. So I got my pepper spray here, got that on there, and I got my striking tool here, latch that on. So this will easily go on, any keychain. And like I said, if you can't get your mace out right and you can't unlock it, you can go for your striking tool. And this particular device helps it break away easily, right? So it's very secure when it's together, right? But in times that are urgent, you can break it away and you can go for your strike, or you can break it away and go for your mace. So this is called the breakaway baby. And guess what? This thing here is so good for all kind of stuff. It's versatile. You can use it in different ways, right? So we're talking about layer and protection, and they have it in patterns. We have it in patterns, and we have it in colors. So again, you want to check out the page and see the colors that they're kind of seasonal sometimes, so you can go and see what colors, and then they're coming out with new colors and new patterns. And if you stay connected here to my page, you'll be able to see that. So one more thing I wanted to talk about before we go today, because I know it is Mother's Day and you got to get those last minute gifts and plan those Mother's Day trips, is again about layer protection. So this is a different device that brings all your personal protection tools in one hand. I really enjoy this because you can put 2 to 3 tools on it, and like the striking tool and the mace, and it's easy to grip on, as you can see, to your bike. It's lightweight, easy to use. It has high visibility reflective fabric, and again, it pairs with your pepper spray, your stun devices, your striking tools, and you have to get those, but you can bundle. If you go on to shop, you can see how you can make you a bundle. Again, I love these because I'm a runner. I'm a track star in more ways than one. But we'll talk about that on a different live. But I actually like to run because it releases the stress, right? And then it works out the total body. So this is perfect if you're a runner, if you're just someone on the go. You can wrap it around your hand. And as you see, it has 3 pockets for protection. In this particular graph, it has the pepper spray and it has the striking tool. It's a flexible strap, so it's not like, when you're running, you might be sweating. It's not going to feel like you're carrying a weight on top of running. So I really love the Ready Wrap. And again, we talked about the breakaway baby that helps with layered protection. Today, we talked about striking tools, right? We have the Written Off, which is a pen, tactical pen that collects the DNA. And then also the Socket Slims. And they come in 2 different sizes, the regular and the mini, right? So we have talked about protection today. I want you to stay safe out here. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, I want to be your safety lady. So we always leave with praying for peace and prepare to protect it in our Saturday safety tool. Accessibility matters. We don't want to have safety devices and have them rolling around at the bottom of our purse. Your safety tool should be easy to reach, not buried, so that you can get to them when seconds matter. And this tells everybody that I'm not an easy target. I feel like this deters people. Like if an attacker is coming your way and they see your mace dangling on the side of your purse, or they see your mace and your striking tool on your keychain, I believe they be like, I don't want that smoke today. I don't want that fight today. So just carrying these alone is a good detour. Hope I'm saying that right. I like that word. It just comes up. It comes up. But carrying these tools, I think, wards off. How about that? People that are coming to do harm, because they were like, she got mace. Okay, mace. I mean, I gotta say it right. It's not mace. Protect pepper spray. Pepper spray. We're gonna talk about that because there's a difference between mace and there's a difference between pepper spray. And I'm learning, give me some grace. I'm human here. I'm learning about these different tools. I'm learning the right way to say things. So, pepper spray, when you have your pepper spray, one more time, pepper spray, say it with me, pepper spray. And you have your striking tool on your breakaway baby. Look at all that vocabulary, right? A attacker would be like, I don't want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? So thank you again for joining me today. Hopefully I will be on next Saturday. In this good season that we're in, the Lord is having me travel to pray, and I'm here for it, to stand with leaders in different events and just cover them in prayer. And I'm here for it. But Saturdays is our safety days. It's my safety days. So if we don't get a live, we're definitely going to get a tip. And again, your tip. Accessibility matters. Saturday safety tip. We're going to pray for peace and prepare to protect it. You have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.